What's up, guys? So in your last lesson, you guys drew a 3x3 square in your coding challenge. So I want to go over two ways in which this could happen and see if you guys chose one or the other. When doing this, you more than likely tested out how to make it go forward and turn first, and then repeated that a couple of times. So you may have held down on this block and duplicated this and done this one more time to get 4, or 2 more times, I can't count, and then played your program. And you would have seen that it turns once, twice, 3 times, and the 4th time. Now this is certainly successful, but you have all of this code over here. Specifically, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of code. When coding, the fewer number of lines, the better in case of errors. And also it will run more quickly. So another way that you could have coded this is under control with what's called a loop. And we could have used the repeat loop over here. So we're going to get rid of all of this code, and all we need is the first one because we really just need to repeat it 4 times. So we could take the repeat block and we could drag it around. When you move it on top, you see it highlights and it snaps into place. And we specifically wanted this to repeat only 4 times. Now this code with only 3 lines do the same exact thing. So it's much more efficient in terms of the code, and in terms of making mistakes, it's easier to fix because you can more clearly see what happens, because that's your entire code. So consider using these C loops that look like this under control whenever you need to repeat an action more than 1 time. And in some cases, you may even want to repeat something forever. So in this case, you could take the forever C block and then repeat that, where if we were to run this program over here, it would run infinitely with this loop over here. So it would draw squares forever. Go, little buddy, go. And this is helpful because sometimes you want things like sensors to permanently stay on. So if you set them to forever, it will always stay on, such as perhaps one of Tesla's autopilots. You never want the sensors that detect other cars to ever turn off. That would be very bad. Whereas other sensors you don't want to stay on forever. Think of like a motion sensor. It turns off after a certain time to save electricity. So it doesn't want to always be on. So it's not always appropriate, but it's something that you should know about, and it's also a loop. All of the control that are in yellow are loops. And that's it for your introduction on loops. In this lesson, we're going to go over a couple of different coding challenges, and your next one is right below. So head to it. Of course, after you summarize what you learned.